Top 5 indie movies. That's right. We're gonna. I think that those are a little bit of a signal, but yeah, I'm super excited. Like, you know, me, I usually put parameters on this. This is just my top 5 indie movies that have always left a huge impression, and I still watch. They're still part of like the rotation whenever I go. But let's start with number 5. Joe, did you do a top 5?
I didn't do a top 5. I don't think you asked me to.
Okay, I forgot to ask, and this will go so much faster now.
I'll disagree with your top 5.
No, fair enough. So number 5 on my list is Clerks. Absolutely blew me away. As a Jersey kid, learning that this guy who had the same background basically as me in comic books, being a geek, watching movies left and right, TV, just like engorging myself in pop culture. He's Kevin Smith. It's just the man. And Clerks came out at a time when I was 13, maybe 14, and I saw it. I remember seeing it on VHS, and it blew me away, man. And it was so recognizable because that was my home state, and I knew these people. I grew up with these people. I understood what they were talking about here. But being able to see it as a movie blew me away. It was like, yes, I already knew from Jurassic Park I wanted to make movies, but Clerks showed me the way. That is not a Frampton reference. So it is a Kids in the Hall reference.
Yeah. Is that a Kids in the Hall reference on my podcast?
Good damn right. We only reference Kids in the Hall, Saturday Night Live, from the late 80s to the early 90s. Old millennials. I want to get a song for that and just like, older millennials. There you go. I just did it. That's the song.
Sometimes they call us Xennials, like very early 80s. Like
I'm not doing that. So number 4 on my top 5 indie movies is Brick. I love this movie, man. This is a wonderful film noir set in a high school starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but everybody talks like it's an old film noir from the 40s. I love it. Also a great character as the principal by Richard Roundtree, who played Shaft. You should know that. Shut up. I was talking to America, not you. Number 3 on my list, Reservoir Dogs. I don't care what you say. I love Quentin. I love Tarantino's just whole movie. Like, his filmmaking just blows me away. Everything he's written, everything he's done. It's just interesting to me as a filmmaker, and genuinely, like, this movie was a sort of like Clerks in that sense. Like, it didn't show me that like I could get out of my life of crime and become a filmmaker or anything, but no, as a kid though, it showed me that. Again, whereas with Clerks, I can make an indie movie and it looked and like I can make any indie movie is basically what Clerks showed me. I can just make a movie. Tarantino showed me like you can be a brilliant filmmaker even when you're in. And that, you know, of course, Robert Rodriguez is one of those two, but I like this movie was definitely going on this list. I love this. So number 2, you'll appreciate this one if you haven't seen it. It's from 2018. 2 brothers did it. It's called Cosmos. It was done for $5,000 over the course of 5 years, made by 2 brothers. That was the only crew. There was a cast of 3 characters, and it is a thrilling action movie where there's no real action, and the thrills. This is not me trying to undersell it by any means. You have to watch this movie. First of all, it looks spectacular. It's one of the best looking, cleanest films, and it's about 3 astronomers. Like they go out and they just do like we do, like with movie shit, but like they do geek shit, like astronomy. Like, it's good stuff. Like, there's good geek stuff, and there's bad geek stuff. This is good geek stuff. This is astronomy and stuff like that. So they go out and they get readings on stuff. I'm not going to pretend to know. I don't pretend. Listen, I'm not the side that pretends to know everything.
Okay.
It's like Neil deGrasse Tyson, but they go out and, like, you know, look at stuff, figure that out.
But what, like, was that? It was just like
no. So no, I wasn't even getting. I was still trying to explain what they are.
Okay.
that's what stops me, right? So they're astronomers that go out for kicks on the side. That's where I'm not getting it. That's where it's like you did this all day and now you're doing it. Okay. So like they have like a little club where they go out on the side and they like record things out in space. Well, they record what do you call it? Like the life, the possibility of life. What could be
Okay.
a sound that's never been heard before, and they record a bit of it, but their battery's running out and they can't save it. So they have to race to get to saving it. I'm underselling this amazing movie, and all I want is
I kind of like the premise.
I think you're gonna love it. I think it will become one of your most favorites because it really, like, it's on my list. Like, I love that movie.
Okay.
And like, seriously, like, everybody go check this out. I'm sorry I oversold it, undersold it, however it is, but like, it really is worth it. It's so good. And it just to see these three friends, and like, again, they're not fighting, it's not like aliens are invading, it's nothing like that. They're just trying to save the greatest find in human history. And it's just the fact that they have to get out there, and like, they lose the keys at one point and they have to race to get to it's so good, and it's a feature and it doesn't feel like it. Anyway, I'm going to number one. I've talked about a million times. It will always be number one in my heart. Night of the Living Dead. I love that movie. It's not my favorite movie of all time, but it's up there. Romero's a genius, and it's connected again to my filmmaking. It was Romero who talked me into going to film school at Full Sail. So there's come around full circle. Come around full circle with two movies. Well, actually, I'm connected to the other two movies too, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to take the focus away from Joe. Anyway, let's review our first movie. There you have it. I'll see you later, everybody. Thank you.